Hi, my name is John Frati, and the reason I'm making this YouTube video is I took a drug called Levaquin, a quinolone antibiotic, and that was almost 3 years ago, and I haven't been able to work a day since. I made a YouTube video approximately 1 year ago describing my symptoms, and I have all those same symptoms. I have brutal head pressure, I have severe nerve and tendon damage, I can only walk a couple hundred yards a day, I have chemical sensitivities, food intolerances, floaters in my vision, my head constantly shakes at night, I have severe insomnia where I only get about 4.5 to 5 hours sleep a night, and it's broken up. I have a constellation of symptoms. I had brutal anxiety and panic attacks, and that's about the only thing that's resolved. And I'm making this video to warn the country about the severe, debilitating, and crippling side effects from quinolone antibiotics, Levaquin, Cipro, and Avalox. And there are many more quinolone antibiotics, but those are the most commonly prescribed antibiotics. If you can please pause your video player for about 10 seconds, I'm going to hold up a sign that lists some websites with this information. Please visit those websites for information about the toxicity of these antibiotics. I don't want anyone else to go through the hell that I've gone through for the last 3 years of my life. I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, I didn't do anything illegal. I was simply given a legal drug, and now my life has been destroyed. Worth & McNeil, the manufacturer of Levaquin, knows all about this toxicity, yet they do nothing to help out the people that have had their lives destroyed. Thousands of people have had their families ruined. Many people have committed suicide, been many divorces, all because of the toxicity of these antibiotics. The package insert for Levaquin mentions that this drug can cause irreversible pain and irreversible neurological damage. Unfortunately, when you go to the pharmacy to pick up the prescription of Levaquin, the prescribing literature that you receive makes no mention of irreversible side effects. It simply says that this drug, this antibiotic, can cause pain, insomnia, things of that nature. When I read those side effects, I thought that was something that was transient, that would go away in a few days to maybe a week. That's how most side effects of drugs are. Unfortunately, that's not how it is with Levaquin and other quinolone antibiotics. Irreversible. The FDA knows all about this toxicity, but they're beholden to the interests of the pharmaceutical companies. The FDA gets over 50% of their funding directly from the pharmaceutical industry, and that's an absurd conflict of interest. The FDA knew about Vioxx for years, but it was one person at the FDA, Dr. David Graham, who had a conscience that came forth under the Whistleblower Protection Act that talked about the side effects of Vioxx, heart attacks, the deaths with Vioxx. And if it wasn't for him, Vioxx would probably still be on the market. The reason you haven't heard about the toxicity or poisoning from Levaquin, Cipro, or Avalox is because the pharmaceutical industry has lobbyists that pay off the legislators, and also with the media, they buy off the media. They threaten to withhold advertising from the media, and therefore there is no news getting out about the toxicity of these antibiotics. I have lost over $200,000 from not working, and that pales in comparison to the suffering that I've endured for the last 3 years. On top of this suffering, I've been denied long-term disability through Prudential, my long-term disability carrier, because they say that this can't possibly be from Levaquin and that I'm suffering from an unexplained pre-existing condition. 1 out of every 12 people during the course of their lifetime will be given a quinolone antibiotic. Make sure you check your medical records to see if you've ever been given any of these antibiotics. Many people that have been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, depression, anxiety, generalized anxiety disorder may in fact be suffering from the side effects of one of these drugs. Doctors simply can't understand, for the most part, that a drug can do such long-term, crippling, adverse side effects. I've been to over 20 doctors, and only a handful of doctors even acknowledge that my symptoms are from Levaquin. Ortho McNeil, the manufacturer of Levaquin, is fully aware of these side effects, yet they do nothing to help out the people that they have crippled. And in fact, they're even now trying to get Levaquin approved for children, and that's absolutely criminal. I'm doing this video in part to try and bring this information to such shows as Discovery Health, Dateline News, NPR News, Anderson Cooper, perhaps the Maury Povich Show, Bill O'Reilly, CNBC, CNN, anything to try and get this information out to these media outlets. One day, somebody in the entertainment, the political, or the sports field will suffer a severe adverse side effect from Levaquin, Cipro, or Avelox, and then it will be widely known. But up until now, the only avenue that we have to get this information out is to do a video like this on YouTube. Unfortunately, we can't even sue the manufacturer of this because they have hidden in the package insert that this drug can cause irreversible pain and irreversible neurological damage. Therefore, they have their way out of being sued. If there's anything that anybody can do that's watching this video to help me out, again, my name is John Frati, and my email address is jfrati@comcast.net. I'm going to put my email address up here. If anybody can please email me with help regarding the damage that I've incurred and the tens of thousands of other people have incurred on them. jfrati@comcast.net. As I said earlier, tens of thousands of people are crippled from Levaquin, Cipro, and Avelox, and it's absolutely criminal that this is going on and continues to go on and destroy people's life and their families. The next part of this YouTube video is called Quinolone Documentation, and it will back up exactly everything that I've mentioned about the severe, unrelenting, crippling side effects from Levaquin, Cipro, Avelox, and other quinolone antibiotics. Thank you very much for your time in watching this video, and God bless.